Welcome to another video. Today I am talking about the power system, or at least one of the various aspects of the power system of Gachi, and that is the vital instruments. As we know, they are incredibly important to the story, and mostly are the ones from the Raiders and the Cleaners organization. Anyway, the vital instrument is powered by thought, and people who use vital instruments are called givers. As thought accumulates and turns into energy, mostly vital instruments is something that you have for such a long time that you've gained love, you've taken care of it, and you've kept it within you for such a long time. But just because you've had something for a long time doesn't necessarily mean that you're a giver for it. Anyway, before becoming a giver, the user has to transform into one by learning to give off anima. This is usually done by pouring their love and care into an object, but this process can be sped up by another giver supplying anima energy to someone else by acting as a catalyst to trigger their awakening. But it only works for those who's already built a foundation to be a giver, and the only known way of this method being used is through the Watchmen series. Of course, the longer you have something, the more it's kept up, the more love that you have, the more powerful it becomes, but quality alone won't make the user good in a fight. The powers themselves matter, as if you don't, by the time givers awaken their vital instruments, they'll have an understanding of their object to know what abilities it'll have, even if they've awakened it for the first time. So it's something that's ingrained in you, unlike Rudius. He didn't. Rudos. Why am I saying Rudius? Rudos, who didn't know. Or Rudo. When a giver typically awakens their vital instrument, their name gets etched on the object. However, it's possible for a giver to hold back their power by removing their name from the vital instrument. This usually causes the vital instrument to decrease in size and its abilities to diminish. Jabberwonger usually awakens Manka without the name due to the immense power it grants him. The dude that we saw in the first little arc where you get approached by the Raiders for the first time. Because of Jabber's personality, he chooses to hold back so as to not make the battle too easy. Another reason a giver may hold back their power is to avoid the potential recoil caused by using their vital instrument's abilities. Like Grimmir's vital instrument is would cause her to go blind if she uses it at full power for too long. And aside from this, it's possible to subconsciously hold back a vital instrument, as seen in Amo's Impulse case. So Amo held back her full potential too. Having grown up hiding her feelings to survive, she instinctively restrains her power. Anyway, there's two types of vital instruments, as we learned from the previous episode. Though granted, by the time you see this video, it'll be like 2 episodes ahead. There's attackers and defenders, and when a person wants to get the best use out of their item, it becomes an attacker vital instrument, which gives its powerful combative ability. On the other hand, someone who prefers to preserve their object, doesn't want to damage it, doesn't really want to go out in a fight, it'll likely be a defender, meaning they won't be able to use their object offensively and will instead gain non-combative abilities. Succession, which is also part of the vital instruments, is an even rare ability to manifest in an object. It occurs when an object is passed down between generation and generations. Mostly we see that due to the painting, when it has to get passed from successor to a successor. Naturally, that you have to choose who to give that giver the thing to. And those who receive a succession type vital instrument, like the pen or the paintbrush, are typically referred to as natural givers, capable of using the abilities of their vital instrument straight away, as opposed to normal or aspiring givers who have to hone and take care of an object. This is the case of course, the pen. The only organizations to, of course, have givers, even though there's a large number, is Cleaners, Raiders, and one organization we haven't been introduced to yet, but I think it'll happen this season, is Vianders, which, I don't know. Vianders is something we are introduced to as they're just spread around throughout the whole ground. A group of givers who specialize in cooking, especially desserts, due to the bad environment of the ground. It's difficult to produce food, but the ground has a good supply thanks to the Vianders. That's kind of it. And if you want some more information about the vital instruments, you can also read the Watchmen series, where most of this information is coming from. Of course, we have a number of vital instruments, more that will be introduced, more that will be talked about. The only vital instrument we do not know is, even in the manga, is the boss from the Cleaners. We don't know if he's insanely powerful or not, but we know he has a vital instrument and could be used, but we just don't know what it is. Anyway, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.